Okay, guys, I know you guys have been wondering where I've been. Y'all, I've been in my feelings, like for real. It's been a lot that's been going on. And I hate to be updating you with this, but actually, it's trippy. So yeah, we actually had a miscarriage. It's been a couple of weeks now. I've had to get myself together so that I'll be able to actually talk about it, but I'm okay. It took me a minute, but I'm okay. I think the last time that I stopped off, I updated you about my numbers when they were like 3 something. The next time, that was on a Friday. Then on that Monday, they had went up to a 9 something. I think. Wait a minute. Because we had trended them for a minute. I think it was like a 3 something. On a Monday, it was 9 something. 970, 960 something. And we were like, perfect, you know, they're climbing, yes, we're doing good. And my nurse wanted me to come in that very next day for ultrasound because she was like, you know, the numbers are high enough, we'll definitely be able to see something, you know, because we were more concerned about the placement, especially with my history of ectopic. So that was our concern. And so she scheduled me for the very next day. I came in and she was right. I was like, are you sure? You know, we'll be able to see something. I was like, I'm only a 9 something. She was like, well, tomorrow you won't be. And so she was right. I came in. We were able to see. And although we had, although we had transferred 2 non-genetically tested embryos, we were able to see that one sac had implanted. I was so happy, so excited because we had saw our little sac. However, it was measuring a week behind. So I met with my doctor. And after the ultrasound, I was excited just because it was in the right place and then it was there, you know, not a ectopic. So I met with my doctor and my doctor told me that he thinks that I'm going to miscarry. I'm like, oh, that is not what I want to hear. And I was like, you know, doctors are sometimes wrong. I didn't tell him that, but that's what I was thinking. Because me and my nurse were trying to get my due date together. And he was like, you know, we're not even that far. We just have to see how this plays out. So that's what we did. Knowing that the sac was a week behind, you know, he was just like, I think you're gonna miscarry. I'm like, that's not what I want to hear. But sure enough, that's what he said. So when I got home, you know, I called my mom, I called my friend and told them, because I was speaking with them about it. And so yeah, this is not working out for me. I need to get another thing that actually fits my phone so I can record, because this keep falling. It's not working out for me. I'm up here at Joann's trying to find some stuff for a project that I'm doing. Okay. So let me see if I can finish up this video real quick. So yeah, he told me he think I was gonna miscarry. It's not what I wanted to hear. You know, so I went home And about maybe like it was about, let me see, maybe like 4 hours later I started having cramps, and I had some spotting, then it turned into bleeding, and these cramps were reminded me of contractions. They were not as strong, but the way that they just came in waves, it was like they were coming and going, and I was like, oh my God. And I passed a clot, I thought. I'll insert the picture. You know, if people don't want to watch it, you can skip over it. But yeah, I passed the clot. And then just looking at it, I was like, I feel like something's coming out. And it was, and it fell in the toilet. Well, I went to the bathroom and it fell in the toilet. And I got like a plastic spoon and I scooped it out. And I looked at it a little bit. I opened it up because I saw like an umbilical cord. I saw the fetal pole. And the shape resembled, you know, things that I saw like on pregnancy apps as far as what the baby should look like around this time. So I'm like, dang. And then I opened it up, and then I saw the yolk sac. That was kind of scary. I was like, oh my God. And I was like, you know, well, we saw one. I had just left the doctor's office and done the ultrasound. I was like, we only saw one. Well, maybe this, you know, since we transferred two, maybe this is the second one. You know, I'm trying to convince myself of that. You know, just to stay positive. And I think that was on a Tuesday. And I didn't go to the emergency room. You know, I know there's nothing that they can do there. And I didn't want to run up a bill for something that I can't control. So I was like, you know, I'm under my facility doctor's care. I'm just going to go see them, you know, make an appointment and go see them. So that day, when I got the results of my HCG, it was like 10:59. The day that we saw the sac. And I'm like, shouldn't it be more than this? Yesterday it was just 9 something. Why is it 10? It seems like it's slowing down. So everything that my doctor was saying was like playing back in my head, and I'm like, oh my God, no. So I didn't go the very next day. I was just like, I need some time to process this. I didn't go the very next day because, again, if something had happened, there's nothing that I can do. So I went in Thursday, and it was like October 1st, 2nd, 3rd. I think it was October 3rd. Because October the 1st, I went in for the ultrasound. October the 1st is when the sac came out. And then I went in for, I skipped the day, which was Wednesday. And then I went in Thursday. And then they did another ultrasound. And she was looking. She was like, unfortunately, I don't see the same sac that the last ultrasound took. So. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's what it was that I saw in the toilet. Okay. And so I met with my doctor. He was like, I was not expecting to see you back here so soon. He was like, I'm so sorry. You know, they run more blood, and I'm honestly just trying to hold it together. After the ultrasound, the tech, she was just like, you know, I'll give you some time. Just come out when you're ready. Just their whole morale was different. And when you've lost something, you know, yes, they have excellent bedside manner. You know, they're compassionate. You know, they want this to work for you. They're in this business. So, of course, they're going to be sad for you. But for the patient, when they're there, you know, I know for me, I'm trying to hold it together so I don't break down in here. But, it was hard, you know. It was hard. I did, and I was like, I cannot just break down in here. So my daughters had recorded a video on my phone the day before, and the video was maybe like 12 minutes long, and they was just acting silly, and that's what kind of kept me together. I kept watching it every time I went from room to room, person to person, just play it back, trying to keep my mind good. until I got in that car, put them shades on, and you know what I'm saying? Because I couldn't take it. You know, everybody was just so sad. You know, they wanted to work and they were happy for you, whatever, and then just that happens and it's like boom. So yeah, so a lot had happened, a lot was going on. I know I had to cope and try to deal with what was going on and grieve, you know, to mentally prepare me for what we were gonna do next. I talked to my husband. We did not want to wait. We wanted to immediately get back into another cycle. Oh, so this is the crazy thing. I had my blood drawn the day of the ultrasound, the first ultrasound, and it was like 10:59, something like that. The next day, well, no, not the next day, Thursday, they drew my HCG again, and it was like 1:33, and I was like, what? From 10:59 to 1:33, like how did it go from that? But during the ultrasound, the tech was telling me that there was no placenta tissue there was no pregnancy tissue, so when the baby detached, it took everything. So she was like, you know, yeah, you're gonna bleed some more, because after I passed it, I didn't bleed anymore at all, like nothing. And that was the crazy part, because I've had a ectopic, and you know, when you shed all that lining and stuff, it's days, but that was it. No more spotting. Like after I passed it, was no more spotting or anything. That's what kind of like led me to believe that maybe it was the second one that didn't implant, but no, it wasn't. So yeah, that's what happened. So we are actually in our second cycle. We decided again, like I mentioned, to immediately go back into another cycle. So we already bled, you know, we already started taking birth control. Actually, I only have like a few days left of birth control left. I've already started Lupron, so it's been a minute, like me trying to cope and deal with everything that was going on. So that's where we are now. Today is October 23rd, I think. Today is October 23rd. Today is a Thursday, October 23rd, I think. So we'll be doing a transfer in a couple of weeks in November. I'm not giving anybody the dates. I even told my mom, I'm like, I'm not taking you on this journey with me, because when I told her, she was just like, I don't think you should do it again. You know, not that she didn't think that I should do it again. She just thought it was too much for my body. And you know, you tell people and they're with you, they riding with you, and then when disappointment or something happens, it doesn't work out right, they tend to get discouraged. And not that my mom is negative or anything, I want to safeguard them from, you know, the things that may come along with IVF, because it's a rocky journey, you know, and I'm okay to go on this journey, but is everybody else mentally prepared to go on it with you? So that's what I'm, you know, concerned about. So I told my kids I wasn't going to tell them. I even didn't want to tell my husband, but you know, I finally told him, you know, that I had already scheduled and planned and started to go ahead and go into another one. So yeah, we'll be doing that. So hopefully we'll have some success. The takeaway from it was I was excited that even though it was not a complete success, it was a success to me to know that I was able to have a pregnancy that was not in my tube or on the outside of my tube. I was able to know that it was in my uterus where it was supposed to be, and it was growing. So that's the biggest thing of excitement for me that I'm able to take away, because although it wasn't a complete success, it was a success in my book, because we gotten farther than we had gotten on our own. So keep pushing. We got 12 more embryos and I'm ready. So we're gonna keep going until we get our baby. So ladies, if you are on this journey for IVF, be confident. You watch all these videos on YouTube or seeing people, you know, have success, some not have success, but be confident that it's gonna work. I was confident, but I was also optimistic as far as, you know, because I didn't want to put everything in there and then have like a big disappointment, because I've had 3 miscarriages already. Well, 2 miscarriages before this one. And I didn't want to get so attached to where I'm just so messed up. I even done that with that last pregnancy that I had last year, because I didn't know where it was. You know, I was just kind of holding out, not getting too excited because I didn't want to disappoint myself. Same thing with this one, but I got excited when we went to ultrasound and saw that it was in the right place. That's the biggest part that I had to get through, because I have two children, and I had never had any miscarriages, you know, knowing that the baby was in the right spot. So once I knew that the baby was in the right spot, I'm just like, okay, this is good, this is good, this is good. So that's when I got excited, but didn't know that the baby was measuring a week behind. So once I met with my doctor, that's when I was like, oh man. So but we are still hoping for the best, and we are keeping pushing. So if you are on this journey with me, just know that it's rocky, and we're not stopping until we get what we came for. That's what I told everybody. We're not stopping until we get what we came for. So we're going to continue on until we get that success. And I wish that same thing for all of you ladies out there trying to get what you came for, your little baby. So until then, so that's my update where we've been. I'm sorry it's taking me so long, but honestly, I had to process and deal myself before I can update you. And I have this video so emotional, like, oh my goodness. Yes, you did not want to see me like that, but yeah, we're good now and we are ready to keep going. All right, so stay tuned and I'll update you guys later. Bye. Have a good day.